Okay, here we are, Matthew Russell Lee, Inner City Press, here in Foley Square, covering the Southern District of New York Courthouse. We've just learned on our way here that in the case of Sam Bankman-Fried, Judge Kaplan has set an oral argument on the government's request that Bankman-Fried henceforth not contact any former or current employees of FTX or Alameda and not use encrypted apps like Signal. That was their request. He set an argument on it for February 7th, but until February 7th, he is blocked from doing any of those things unless exempted by the court or the government. So also on February 7th is the date on which Bankman-Fried either has to have appealed the unsealing of his co-signers, with Inner City Press first requested on January 3rd, or the names will be out. So there's that update. Today, coming up, was supposed to be yesterday, but they didn't produce the prisoners. Both Mr. Khalid Mediev and Rafat Amirov behind the plot to threaten and perhaps more an Iranian dissident in Brooklyn. We first reported on it when Mediev was processed through the Mag Court with no fanfare, no press release, nothing in the summer. Now with more fanfare, Mr. Amirov was brought through, and he'll be in front of Judge McMahon today at 3 o'clock, and we will be reporting on it. And before then, at noon, dirty doctor, it's worse than dirty, convicted sex criminal Robert Hadden, a longtime OBGYN of Columbia University, was found guilty by the jury but was allowed to go home. But today has his bond hearing, and victims will be testifying before Judge Richard M. Berman. We will be covering that too at 1. And in between, changing to our other beat that we persist in despite censorship and corruption unacted on by the U.S. Mission or State Department, the United Nations Security Council, failing on Yemen, Cameroon, Ukraine, and the like, is being taken over this month today by Malta and Ambassador Vanessa Fraser. We wrote to them and we asked for access, which we have at the IMF and elsewhere, even while banned by Guterres, to ask her questions. So far, no response. Malta, 2 strikes, 3 strikes, and you're out. We'll be reporting. InnerCityPress.com.